Welcome back to the Bad Influence Podcast Mindset Monday, where we show you how to take control of your mind. I am the bad influence that you need in your life, Jordan Banderas. I have noticed that many of you are beginning to slack off on your New Year's resolutions. I'm not here to judge you though, because it happens. I've done it before. But here's what I have heard, because some of you are saying, I'll restart again next week. Today I'm tired and bullshit like that. And I'm here to tell you that nothing will hold you back faster than laziness. You say you want to get in shape, earn money, or finally finish that project, but each day you wake up and stay stuck. So today, we're obliterating the excuses and nailing down exactly how to stop procrastinating once and for all. Think about it. How many times have you sworn you'd start that side hustle, rewrite that book, or actually finish writing it? Or learn that new skill, only to find yourself scrolling on Instagram or rewatching that same sitcom from like 20 years ago? Laziness is the silent killer of dreams, and it's time to put it to rest. Yes, it is that time. Right now, you're either a builder or a breaker of your own future. If you're too tired, too busy, or too unmotivated to tackle your goals, the problem isn't external, it's you. And until you face that, life will remain on repeat. Oh yes, it freaking will. If you're ready to break the cycle, let's dive in. Because today, I'm handing you 3 weapons against laziness. They're simple, powerful, and guaranteed to spark action if you decide to use them. But let me ask you this. Are you sick of being your own worst enemy? Good. If the answer is yes, then good. Let's shake things up and build some fucking momentum, because we all need it in life. And we can start right now at the beginning of the year. It's not too late to restart. So by the end of this year, you can have a better outlook in your life. But here's the thing. The real culprit isn't that you can't achieve your goals. It's that you keep talking yourself out of taking the first step. You're stuck in the endless loop of, I'll do it tomorrow, and I need more energy, or I work best under pressure. The truth is, those are excuses feeding your laziness. Laziness thrives on comfort, believe it or not. Because our brains love easy rewards, like the dopamine rush you get from binging on Netflix or aimlessly scrolling social media. Meanwhile, real growth demands effort and delayed gratification, which feels inconvenient in the time. And let's not forget fear. Sometimes it's easier to be lazy than to risk failure. If you never try, you'll never fail, right? That's what we tell ourselves. And that mindset might preserve your ego short term, but it will kill your potential long term. You'll end up resenting yourself for not even trying. Probably this has happened to you already, where you were supposed to start something a few years ago. And today you look back and you're like, I should have started. So you start resenting yourself. Why am I lazy? Why am I this? Why am I that? Right? But if you're listening to this, you're done making excuses. You're done making those excuses. And like I said, I was like that. Years ago, I was the king of fucking procrastination. I'd binge TV, waste hours on social media, and daydream about future successes without lifting a damn finger to make them real. Sound familiar? I see you nodding. I can feel you nodding and saying like, yeah, that's me. Because I've seen it with other people. I've seen it with the people around me. But in my case, I used to blame my environment. I'd say, I don't have the right connections or the best gear, or I'm just too exhausted after work. But the truth slapped me right in the face when my wife got sick. Suddenly, I couldn't afford to stall. Survival was at stake. I had to learn new skills, up my English game, and chase higher paying opportunities. Laziness wasn't an option anymore. Pain, real, pressing pain, pushed me to move. And once I moved, I realized how capable I actually was. That's the thing about what I'm talking about today. Once you get rolling, you wonder why you ever stayed stuck. Now, let's skip the pity party. If I could unchain myself from laziness, you can too. But let me give you these 3 practical steps to destroy laziness and start living life like you mean it. Like you actually want to live it. Like you have intention and purpose. So the step 1. Do not negotiate with your mind. Your brain is an incredible salesman. It will pitch you every reason to stay in bed or keep scrolling. Probably you know what I'm talking about. We all know that alarm battle. You say it because you need to wake up, but you still talk yourself into hitting snooze. Not once, not twice, but sometimes even 10 times. Well, enough of that. That's the bullshit from last year. And this is a new year. So the rule is simple. When the alarm rings, you get up. Period. No excuses. Stop bullshitting yourself. Just get up. And you may wonder, but how do I pull this off? Well, use the 3-2-1 rule. When you realize you're procrastinating, whether it's getting off the couch or starting that project, count down 3, 2, 1, go and move. Force yourself to move. Just get up. No fucking excuses. Nothing like that. Not like I'm tired or whatever. No, just move. The moment your thoughts spiral into, but maybe later, you've already lost. Because you can't even entertain those types of thoughts. You can't. That's why it's 3, 2, 1, go. You don't even let those thoughts come into your mind. And if you're wondering why does it work? Well, it's simple. You're hijacking your own hesitations. By forcing immediate action, you bypass your inner self person. You don't think, you just do. And once you're in motion, it's exponentially easier to keep going. So, step 1 is like treating your brain like a toddler having a tantrum. Don't argue, just redirect. Count down, launch into action, and refuse to negotiate with excuses. Step 2, finish what you start. I know this is going to be hard because it was hard for me as well. Laziness often shows up not in the starting line, but at the halfway mark. You begin with enthusiasm. Oh, you're so excited. You're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. But as soon as it gets tough or boring, what happens? You bail. You quit. You're like, this isn't for me. This creates a graveyard of half-finished tasks. So to reprogram yourself, train the discipline muscle daily. Make your bed as soon as you wake up. Yes, it's that simple. Start the laundry, fold it, and put it away before you even dream of watching Netflix. Make a meal. Clean the dishes immediately after. You need to develop a pattern of completion in even the smallest of tasks. If you can't handle finishing the little things, how will you power through the big ones? You won't be able to. Because the big ones require a lot more effort than the little tasks that I have mentioned. The discipline to finalize the small stuff builds momentum and integrity. It's a daily reminder that you're not a quitter, that you can finish things. And also, for this particular step, it's still a moment to reflect. When was the last time you left your bed unmade or your emails half answered? That's where it starts. You probably have started a movie and never finished it. You started reading a book and never finished it. Well, that's how it starts. So correct those micro laziness patterns and you'll soon see the ripple effect in larger projects. Step 3. Always do more than you plan. This is how you separate from the pack. Lazy people do the bare minimum. And that is so true. They quite quit. They just do enough. But winners go beyond. If you commit to working out 20 minutes, do 25. If you plan to write 1,000 words, write 1,100. Show your mind you're capable of surpassing your own limits. I know because of the amount that you can do, I'm just saying like just do a little bit more. It sounds very like small, like it's not going to do anything for you, but it does. Because this approach transforms your self-image. You're no longer the person who just meets the requirements. You exceed it. And that shift in identity, it's massive. It builds pride and respect for yourself, fueling a cycle of ambition, which is something that you need in life if you want to change it. Listen, I've done this in my workouts, my reading habits, and even my daily chores. And each time, I push past the preset limit, and I feel unstoppable. Because that feeling kills laziness on the spot because you realize you're stronger than you thought. So there you have it. Refuse to negotiate with your mind, finish what you start, and do more than you said you would. But in order for you to take these steps, you also need tools. We all need tools when it comes to certain steps, right? Well, the first tool is visual triggers. Post reminders on your mirror or phone. Do not negotiate. Just do it. Finish what you start. These cues snap you out of the lazy autopilot. Make them bold. Make them in your face so you can ignore them. The second tool is the early start challenge. I know this one is gonna be hard. So all you need to do is set your alarm 30 minutes earlier than usual. Why? Because early momentum builds all-day productivity. If you show discipline first thing in the morning, you're less likely to slack later. You just keep going because you feel unstoppable. The third tool is the extra 10% rule. Commit to doing at least 10% more than your initial plan. Keep a notebook of how often you did that little extra. When you look at it, when you read those little extra things that you did during your day, it builds you up because you'll be amazed at how quickly that extra effort accumulates into big wins. You're like, damn it, I can do more than this. And the last tool is an accountability partner. We all need one. So find someone with the same goal. Check in daily. Share successes and failures. There's nothing like a friend calling you out to crush laziness. For me, my accountability partner is my wife. It's my wife. So another good thing about having an accountability partner is that it becomes a reminder that your words have weight and you don't want to let them down. And you might wonder, do I really need all this? Absolutely. Because in a world where distractions multiply by the day, laziness is an easy trap. It's so easy to become so lazy. So if you don't learn to override it, you'll stagnate while the world moves on. And this is what's been happening to a lot of people right now. They feel like the world has left them behind. And in the long term, this shift from lazy to productive transforms every facet of your life, your career, your health, and your relationships. When you stop procrastinating, you start excelling. And that momentum bleeds into all areas of your life. You get things done ahead of schedule, earn the trust of peers, and even feel better in your own skin. Plus, Chasing your dreams without the drag of procrastination is a high like no other. You realize your potential isn't capped by lack of time or lack of energy, but only by your willingness to push through discomfort, which not a lot of people want to do. Now, let's go over some of the doubts people face when trying to crush laziness. Because, they're coming. Everybody's going to have doubts. The most important doubt that I hear from people, and this is something that I used as an excuse and I hear others use it, including my wife, is, what if I slip back? Well, that's normal. It's normal to slip back. Why? Because habits don't change overnight. When you fall off track, note the trigger and apply your steps again. So just restart. Apply the steps. All you need to do is say, oh, you know what? I messed up. I'm going to start again. Because consistency, not perfection, wins the race. Another excuse is, but I don't feel motivated. Well, guess what? Motivation is fickle. Motivation is something that just goes away sometimes, but discipline and systems carry you when motivation fades. That's why the do not negotiate rule is crucial. You move whether you feel it or not. So it doesn't matter if you feel like doing something or not, you just do it. Another excuse is, I'm afraid to do more than required. What if I burn out? Well, burnout happens when you push too hard without balance. Doing an extra 10% in small daily tasks won't burn you out. It actually will energize you with a sense of achievement. So here's the deal. If you're sick of letting laziness rule your life, commit to these 3 practical steps. No negotiation, finish what you start, and do more than you promise. Implement them daily and watch your excuses go up in flames. Remember my story about my wife's illness forcing me into action. Don't wait for a crisis to wake you up, because a crisis will come into your life. You just never know when. Declare war on procrastination now. You'll find that once you break through the initial inertia, your capability skyrockets. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to be like, damn, should have done this a long time ago. And when you start accomplishing your goals, you're going to feel a lot better. Way better. You're going to be like, damn, I have never felt like this ever in my life. But it all starts with taking that one step, right? And that's it for today. Share this episode with friends or family who need a swift kick in the ass. The more people who adopt these steps, the more unstoppable we become. Let's create a ripple effect of no-nonsense productivity worldwide. This is the Bad Influence Podcast with your host, Jordan Banderas, reminding you that you're stronger than your laziest impulse. Break the chains of procrastination, embrace action, and step into the life you were meant to lead. Hit subscribe, leave a review, and let's keep this momentum roaring. Now go out there, refuse to negotiate with your mind. Finish every damn thing you start, and do more than you thought possible. Let's make it happen, and have a great day.